Okay, so welcome back to the channel. It's going to be a bit of an update video today, to be honest. I've had a few sort of not great weeks for working on the car. I've had a lot of problems. It's been MOT time and stuff like that, and things sort of just haven't really been going my way in terms of the cars. So we'll start with the Audi, because that's my everyday car. I need it to get to work and back, and that is probably this weekend what has caused me the biggest problem. If you take your car to Audi and you get like your cam belt done there, basically one of the sort of benefits of doing that is that you get free MOTs for life. Okay, and that's multi-owner, which is great if you're buying a second-hand car. I obviously didn't take it for the cam belt done, but I can still sort of reap the rewards of free MOTs for the life of the car, which is great. It's a really good thing, I think. But you could argue main dealers are maybe a little bit more picky about what they pass and fail cars on. The first MOT at Audi, but because it did fail. I won't lie, I was a little bit surprised. There was a couple of things that I knew might get advisories, but I wasn't expecting it to fail. So I finished work Friday. I was also working Friday night. I've got two jobs. So I was working till about 10:30 Friday night, and I was booked in Saturday morning, 8:15 at Audi, because my idea was take my car to get MOT'd, it pass, and I drive home, and then I start getting to work on the Polo, make a nice little video, and you know, and that all sort of just went completely out the window when, yeah, I dropped my car off. And I saw some nice cars. I'll drop a little clip here of some of the nice cars at Audi, and yeah, there's a lot of nice things to look at. And then you can now sit inside and wait for your MOTs. But he said as soon as I went there, he's like, "I can't offer you a drink, I'm afraid, because of the whole situation." I was like, right, well, I can't sit here without a coffee, so I'm gonna take a walk, give us a ring when it's done, and tell me it's passed, obviously. So here's me taking a walk to find some coffee. Meanwhile, I'm gonna find the fail.
So here we are, car is dropped off. I'm getting absolutely soaked. Just got a coffee and yeah, trying to find some shelter. They basically, you could have waited in, but they can't give you a coffee, so that was no good to me. So I'm just walking to Tesco now to see what they got to offer.
So yeah, there's me walking in the rain to get a coffee, quietly confident that by the time I get there and back, I'm just going to pick my car up, drive home. And no, I went to Greg's and got myself a little drink and stuff, and a bit of breakfast, and then I got a call saying, unfortunately, your car has failed its MOT, which was a right kick in the teeth, because straight away I was just thinking like, all right, can I drive this home? Can I drive it to a garage? I wonder what it's failed on. What am I going to do? Because I was working Saturday night as well, so I was like, what am I going to do for a car for work? Am I going to be able to get it re-MOT'd? So anyway, got back to Audi, started talking to the guy, and he told me that firstly, it failed on its number plate, which, fair enough, because I did think this was one of the things that was going to be an advisory, but yeah, failed on its number plate, and that is a bit of a bummer. I think I'd be more annoyed if it just failed on its number plate, but it didn't. So, here's the other thing. Front headlamp cleaning device for HID headlamp inoperative. Major defect. Repair immediately. MOT fail. So, for those of you that don't know what that is like your headlight washers. So obviously you get your windscreen washers, and then cars that have got HIDs have got like pop out, they come out the bumper and they squirt your headlights. Now this is a royal pain in the arse. They only come on like every 5 times, so you'll wash your windscreen 5 times, and then on the 5th time, these ones will pop out your bumper and spray water over your headlights. But the annoying thing is, if you've ever cleaned your car, some people totally relate to this, they will cover all your bonnet, all your windscreen, all your wings, everything in like your soapy water or your screen wash or whatever, and then you might as well not have cleaned your car. So you could have just spent 2 hours cleaning your car, 1 headlight wash, and it sprays the entire thing. So yeah, that is a royal pain, and that's why it failed, which is a bummer, to be honest. So I talked to a guy, and he basically said you're insured to drive it home, and then if you book a retest, you're insured to drive it back to the garage. So what I did, he said that I could have a test on Monday morning, so I booked it in Monday morning, 8:30. I thought, right, I'll get home, get to work, and I'll start basically doing all the little checks, find out what's going wrong. Now in the back of my mind, I'm sure that I've turned this off. I'm sure I've turned it off in VCDS. I'm pretty sure that I've just turned them off working completely, but that didn't actually happen to be the case. I thought I had, but I hadn't. So I got home and started doing a load of tests. People saying you got to get the bumper off, all this sort of stuff, but I basically managed to get in through the fog light grill. So I popped the fog light grill off, fog light out, started testing the motors, and basically found out that my motor that powers it doesn't work. Now, they run on pressure, so there's no motor to pop them out the bumper or anything. Basically, your motor goes, chucks water out to them, and sprays your headlights. Now, my motor wasn't working, and I tested it with, I took the normal windscreen washer wires out, put them onto the headlight washers, and still nothing. But yeah, I don't think it's working. Unfortunately, these cars with like the camber system, I think once you unplug it, it's not like you can test it if there's any power going to it, you know, like a multimeter or anything. So I think it just cuts it, a bit like when you get a bulb or whatnot, it just cuts the power. That's part of the camber system. So that was annoying. But I spent all Saturday basically trying to get this working, and I couldn't. And yeah, woke up Sunday morning, it's raining, and it wasn't even raining, it was snowing. So it was snowing, I was outside on the floor trying to fix this thing, and basically ended up just sort of like bodging it. It worked a little bit. It's more of a temporary fix, put it that way. So in a later video, if anybody's got any of these problems, I'm going to go over all this, because I'm going to fix mine properly. I can't be bothered it failing year after year on the same thing. So I'm going to fix it properly in a future video. Sorry about that, just had to go have me tea. So yes, basically what I did is I managed to get the pump working. It's a little bit bodged, I won't lie. It's doing its job effectively, but I do need another pump. So I'm going to get that one ordered, and sooner or later we'll do another video sort of fitting that. And if other people have had this problem, which I'm sure they have, if I have, somebody else probably has, and we'll go from there. But the other thing it failed on was the number plates, like I said. So what I did while I was there, I got them to make up a new set of plates, front and rear. They were only 18 quid or something like that. And I had a new set of number plate bulbs to go in as well. So here we go. So I, took off my old plates. Now on the rear, it had all the sort of factory bits in, like a little bit of foam to stop the number plate rattling and stuff like that, and the screws. So what I did is I took all of that off, cleaned it up, got all the glue off using Autoglim tar and glue remover, which works an absolute treat. That is a top quality product. If you ever get a car that's got stickers on or anything like that, that residue, it gets off unbelievably well. So yeah, that is a really good product. So I got all that off, cleaned it all up, and made sure to stick my plate on. Now, when I get a new plate, I quite like it to just be stuck on. I don't really like drilling holes in them and bolting them on. Just a sort of like a neatness thing, really. I do just like them stuck on. So, best thing I've found so far is Gorilla Glue. Do this like Gorilla Tape or whatever it's called. It's just like a double-sided sticky tape, and I've used it on loads of cars, and it's always worked pretty well. It's water resistant, or at least it seems to be. It don't come off in the rain or anything. So yes, that's what I did, and then the most satisfying bit is obviously peeling the little protective film off, and there we go, a brand spanking new plate. Now, did the same on the front, exactly the same, except this time I'm obviously sticking onto plastic. So I took it off, and it was a little bit nasty behind there, so I just cleaned it up and then stuck a load of this Gorilla Tape on and stuck it on, and yeah, it looked all nice and fresh. So back to the rear of the car, like I was saying, I got these new number plate lights. Now, I do like LED number plate lights. I'm not a fan of really, really bright ones. So I bought these ones that basically said that they were like an OEM finish. Well, not finish is not the right word. Basically looks like an OEM number plate light. So white LED, but not too bright. So they're only 3 LEDs. You can get ones that have got like 21 in, so they're really bright, and these weren't. So I went for the dim ones, except when I put them in, they were still pretty bright, to be honest. So I didn't want that. I wanted them a little bit dimmer. So what I did is I used a little bit of tint film, which I've got. I'm going to, on my other car, the little Polo, I'm going to tint the headlights on that. So I used a little bit of this tint film that I've got for that video and tinted the rear number plate lights. I put 2 layers on and it worked really nicely, and yeah, basically just dimmed them down a little bit. Now they are maybe still a little bit bright, I might go a 3rd layer, but we shall see. For now, it's absolutely fine, and it was enough for my MOT. I had new bulbs and I had 2 new plates, and my headlight washer was sorted. So that was all good, and it was ready for another MOT. So sent her in bright and early Monday morning, and yeah, failed again, which was very, very annoying. So stupidly, I don't know how I missed this, because it must have been flashing at me. When I replaced the motor, obviously all the washer fluid comes out, and I don't know if it's because my car was telling me it's a cold morning, or my fuel light was also on. Must have covered up the sort of windscreen washer level light, and yeah, I sent my car in for MOT with no washer fluid in, and that's what it failed on.
Are you stupid or something?
The exact reason was windscreen washer provides insufficient washer liquid. So that was a pain, but the guy at the garage topped it up, did it again, and passed it. So yeah, eventually, Monday night, I picked up my car, it had MOT, and I was working Monday night as well, so this was all pretty slim timing. Picked it up, all fine, MOT'd, fine and dandy. One advisory, which was offside front tyre, slightly damaged / cracking or perishing. Now, that is not an old tyre. It is slightly cracking, but I'm talking, that is fair play to MOT guy. He must have looked close for that, but that is not a problem, because I've got 4 brand new tyres that I've already ordered. Got some new tyres on the way. I'm going to get the wheels refurbed and stuff like that. Hoping to get some suspension-y stuff done very shortly. And we're also going to book it in for like a 4-wheel alignment, because at the moment I've got a bit of camber on my back wheels, which is making the tyres wear a little bit unevenly on my last set. So yeah, we'll sort that. And that is the Audi, up to date. But it effectively took all weekend, and it stopped me working on the Polo, which is what I really wanted to do. And yeah, move that forward, because if you've watched the Polo videos, basically that is just sat waiting for me to fix it after we put all the new coilovers on, took it for a test drive, and it sounded like this. So yeah, not ideal by any means, but after a bit of searching, in fact, I'll just roll a clip. This was me jacking the car up.
Here we go again.
So yeah, I basically jacked the Polo up, and that noise, at first I thought it was coming from some bearings, because I probably didn't press the bearings in the best way I could. So I thought it was the oh, my light's gone off. Oof, much better. A few technical difficulties. But yeah, so I thought it was the bearings. So what I did is, before I'd even checked, to be honest, I just thought, sounds like a wheel bearing noise. I knew I hadn't pressed them in very well. And yeah, I just thought, I'll order some new bearings. Got the car up, as you've just seen, jacked it all up, and basically got the car running and the wheels spinning off the ground. And I don't think it's coming from the bearings, to be honest. Where the drive shaft bolts onto the gearbox, sounds like it's coming from the passenger side right there. And what I found out is that there is 2 different types of drive shafts for these old Polos. Obviously, mine's got the particular gearbox that has got a slightly different shaft. So it's got a shorter shaft than normal. It's only by about 10 mil, so it's not much at all. But I reckon what I've done is, when I've replaced the drive shafts, I've ordered the long one, okay, on the driver's side, and I think that 10 mil is just pushing everything inside the diff a little bit too much and making it make that noise. Overall, that is an update on the cars, both of them. You know, this weekend they've both been broken. I've got one back, but yeah, it is annoying. Obviously, I'm not working in a nice little heated garage or anything like that. I'm working outdoors. It's been snowing, it's been raining, the field that I'm working in is flooded. I know I'm just reeling off excuses, but I've tried, and yeah, it's not really happened for me this week. But I've got the Audi back, and that is good, I suppose. So, what's to come? On the Audi, we've got video coming up on dynamic indicators. If you've ever seen them, it's where they sort of sweep rather than just flash. They sweep across. So we've got some of those. Like I said, we're getting the wheels refurbed. I've got the tyres, which should hopefully come tomorrow. I'm going to get 4-wheel alignment. I'd like to do something with the suspension, and then probably a few visual mods like maybe a new grille, splitters, I don't know. You leave a comment down below. What do you want to see on that car? Open to suggestions, as long as you don't say wrap it yellow or pink or green or something like that. In fact, do you know what? I might wrap the car actually. Might do. Yeah, let me know what colours. I'm a big fan of satin grey, to be honest, on this shape A3s. Think it looks smart with everything else black, like the grills and stuff. Yeah, do like that. Seen a few of those and they do look nice. But yeah, so I might wrap it in terms of the Polo. Obviously a lot of the sort of underneath work is done, the suspension, the drive shafts. We've still got a GT beam to go on that, so we'll get a new rear beam on it. We've still got the rear brake rebuilds to do. That's sort of drums, pads, lines. Same on the front, we've got new brake lines. I've got a new headlight. I've got loads of little common fixes like heater blower resistor and stuff like that, so there is loads to come on both cars, and there might be a third car coming as well, so stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up because I've had a bad week, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.